It may well be said that it bears a heroic history, a romantic tradition, and a gallant present. An old wooden bridge that stood unflinching against the destruction and fire of war, that defied, undefeated, 100 tremors and a great earthquake, that became a most dangerous playground for daring children who crossed its naked beams while it was under repair, upon whose edges, letting their legs dangle over the void, newly arrived indigenous men would sit to play their quenas on moonlit nights. That endured for more than 60 years the pious comings and goings of several generations. That was twice baptized with the names of former mayors, Hereward and Monterosso, yet preserves its sentimental title in homage to the one who sacrificed his life for love by throwing himself from its railing, and that, at last, will once again become a path of bustling passage when the venerable temple of the Holy Cross reopens soon. Such is the Bridge of Sighs, built under the municipal administration of Barranco's first mayor, Don Enrique Garcia Monterosso, between 1876 and 1878, like a taut arrow shot 8.5 meters high between the banks divided by the descent to the baths, known as Ayacucho and La Ermita streets. The graceful crossing of noble yet humble timber, whose wounds from battle were tended by Chaplain Fuente Chavez, repaired during the mayoralties of Hereward and Sousa, and almost rebuilt by Morelli and de las Casas, would reach its fullness as a village artery, vibrant and overflowing on Sundays and holy days after the 11 o'clock Mass at the parish of the Holy Cross. As the faithful poured out of the temple, they would naturally divide into 3 streams, yet only 2 slender threads, formed by married couples with children, the elderly or devout women, returned home along the brick-paved slope leading to Villarreal Square or down La Ermita Street to climb afterward toward Grau Avenue. The greater volume, the main current of the Catholic tide, flowed joyfully, strengthened in faith, dressed in their Sunday best, and glad to be alive, onto the old bridge, which proudly bore the gentle steps of the beautiful women adorned with classic mantillas. Feigning ballerinas' staccato steps, they would then ascend the staircase leading to Zapata Street, emerging smiling into the park, where lively commentary on the sermon, flirtation, and village gossip would begin. The gallants, who had listened to Mass from the atrium like sentinels, or leaned against a railing with their backs to the ravine descending toward the baths, would follow the young women across the bridge, their solemn heels echoing, until they caught up with them, circling in the opposite direction around the park carpeted with jacaranda trees. When they met face to face, the bold ones would join the groups of young women. Others continued strolling, and the sweethearts would drift apart to resume their eternal, interrupted conversation, gazing toward tomorrow. The roguish youths would enter the Petit Palais in pursuit of the Sunday aperitif, or head upstairs to the billiard room, while the elders made their way to the casino for the same purpose. When the municipal clock struck the solitary chime of 1 o'clock, the respectable folk returned home. The streets fell silent, and the bridge became a desert. Once the church had closed, White Flea, the sacristan of unknown name, his pale face contrasting with his dark attire, would cross the bridge, albino and solitary, as brief as the bell that had just finished ringing.